Namaste ji, namaste. So today we won't be studying anything. Just that the exam anxiety will be there. The exam anxiety has to be there. It cannot completely go away. As a line from a famous movie, Margin Call, it says that nothing that I'm going to say will make it fine. It's going to suck for a while and then you will be okay. So if most of us in fact perceive that the toppers, the interviews that we watch, it was very easy for them, they never felt anxious, they never felt nervous. It's not the case, especially now in 2020, since we are bored to death, and I'm sure the revisions have been done multiple times. In fact, consider the point of view of an examination. Now, what exactly is an examination? You're going to be examined on something. What is that? The syllabus. And you'll be examined that whether you have the skill or not to tackle that syllabus. That's pretty much it. That's what an exam is. So somebody, the examiner, is going to examine you. That's why it is always you are taking the exam. You're never giving the exam. Because if you give the exam, well, you're handing out the question paper to someone else for them to take the exam. Do you understand? So whenever we're getting examined, basically, this year especially, the preparation has been done. You're already very well prepared. Now it's just a matter of revising. So now when we think, that I should study 7 hours, I should study 5 hours, what is the ideal time that I should study? There's nothing known as ideal, basically, on this planet. If it were, COVID won't exist and we would have a bit more subscribers. Any which way. So if you think that you can figure out, that there is an ideal time for you to put in, no, it doesn't work like that. You can put in 4 to 5 hours a day depending on your requirement of your exam. Now, this is primarily a channel for law. So I don't know whether you're taking the LLM examination, whether you're taking the LLB exam, whether you're taking the CLAT, whatever it is, depending on your working style. And each of us is very, very different from one another. So not one formula works, but what does work is a schedule, a timetable in which you strike off lists that you have done or completed or are yet to be completed, right? So do make that, but the main purpose of this video here anyway is to take a break. So I see a lot of exhausted people trying to take the exam and it never works out like that. You just can't be like a depressed fighter going in the box saying कि हाँ भाई देख लेंगे, चलो तैयारी तो मैंने पूरी कर ली थी. But all depends on the mood, basically, what happens on that day, the way you're feeling. So my advice would be you take a break, not entire break from studying, obviously. If you're putting like 4 to 5 hours of work or 3 to 4 hours, whatever basically your requirement is, you need to take a break. And in that break, do not read. Do not read. Why? Because you've already been reading the entire day. The skull, the mind, requires some break as well. So for example, I have a condition called nystagmus in which my eyeballs move a little, so my head tilts. So I have a peculiar tendency to observe the eye movement of my own, so I get to know about the other people as well. Now what I see, since I get very tired, I get extremely tired, as in my eyes get extremely tired, that's what I was trying to say. So my vision gets tired, technically. So if my vision is getting tired, then I believe that even your vision can get tired, because if you're using your eyes a lot, it's all the time, Instagram hai, Twitter hai, Facebook hai, camera hai, kuch hai, kitab hai, that also requires like a lot of eyesight, right? Now, if that is the case, because once you get visually tired, this is one thing that I've noticed, that your brain stops working. So take a nap. The only way to recharge eyes is 2 things. Either you sit with eyes closed, that is, you're not using this. You're sitting there, just sitting there. I'm not telling you to meditate or anything. Whether it works for you, whether it doesn't work for you, I really don't know you. But general advice: give your eyes a rest, give your ears a rest. All the time, headphones are plugged in. So you're using your ears, you're using your mind as well while listening to that music. It takes a hit on your capability and capacity even to tackle an exam. All right. So try to give this portion of your body some amount of rest to reduce anxiety. So when you get like exhausted or tired and you तो फिर भी पढ़ाई करते ही रहूँगा, थोड़ा recharge कर लीजिए ना. You recharge your phone all the time. Why? Why don't you recharge yourself? And anxiety is completely normal. I still feel it till date. Whenever मेरे students का कल exam हो, परसों exam हो, मुझे भी रात को थोड़ा सा लग रहा होता है कि यार सब ठीक ही जाए. So as a student, I completely understand that what you will be feeling, and it's completely fine. But then anxiety ka main cause is that we are trying to control a certain future outcome. And if COVID hasn't taught us that we are really not in control of anything, then I guess nature will give us COVID part 2 sometime in the future, hopefully not. Because it ruins a lot of small businesses such as ours. So, you can't control the future. You can only control your input that is going in. So try to breathe a little more, try to shut down everything. Even if it's like a half an hour break between your studies. Let's say that you sit for a 3-hour session, take a half an hour break, in which you're not doing anything. It's not wrong to take a nap. This has certainly been, the Japanese do it. The Japanese are always taking power naps. So it is certainly not wrong. If that works out for you, go ahead. I need to sit down every couple of hours just to recharge my eyes. There must be something with you that needs recharging. So go ahead. First and foremost, पढ़ाई तो साथ में चलेगी. The work has to be there. The input for the studying has to be there. But this recharge cycle that I see lacking in a lot of students actually hinders a lot of people from clearing the exam. Let's say a good workout helps you. Well, go ahead. Half an hour, 45 minutes, sure enough. But then when you come back, then for 3 hours you should be studying. And then if you need another break, you need to take a walk, you need to take in fresh air, go ahead and go for a walk. If you are a marathon runner, or if like you really like running, go ahead, go for a jog. Because moods are important. Moods and anxiety are very, very closely correlated. Don't eat food that fills you up till here, even though it may taste very good. But don't do that, because then you'll be completely sleepy, and no matter how much you say that you have studied, nothing's gonna come out of that. So light food, activities that recharge you, coupled with studying, and then understanding that you cannot control anything in the future. And that's what COVID has taught us, right? So COVID's life lesson is that you are not in control. All that we can do is put in our own effort. Well, ठीक है, अब जहाँ दाना पानी लिखा होगा वहाँ पहुँच ही जाएंगे, बट एफर्ट तो डालनी पड़ेगी. अच्छा, देन द काउंटर आर्ग्यूमेंट विल कम कि जी किस्मत में लिखा होगा तो हो ही जाएगा, फिर मेहनत क्यों डालें. अगर in the Ramayana, if Sri Ram had said the same thing कि किस्मत में होगी तो आ ही जाएगी, and then go to war, I mean, he was certainly not getting his wife back, that's for sure. If you don't fill in the MBA का फॉर्म और any college that you desire, उसका आपने फॉर्म ही नहीं भरा और बोलेंगे किस्मत में होगा तो पहुँच ही जाएंगे, that's not the argument. आप अपना एफर्ट डालिए, किस्मत में होगा तो क्लियर होके आपकी वहाँ पे सीट निकल आएगी. That's the argument. आपकी मेहनत के बिना कुछ नहीं है, बट मेहनत के साथ साथ to reduce the anxiety, to manage your mood better, to in fact perform in the examination a bit better. So, the point, the main purpose behind the video, like let us say ratio decidendi as we call it in law, is that when you watch these आपके टॉपर्स के इंटरव्यूज और ये सब आजकल मैं देखता हूँ, तो वो कहते हैं मैं तो इतना पढ़ा, तो सामने वाला परेशान हो जाता है कि यार मेरे को भी तो इतना पढ़ ही नहीं रहा. वो आपको ठीक नहीं बता रहे. वो ठीक नहीं बता रहे, और वो कभी अपनी एंग्जाइटी की, अपनी नर्वसनेस की, अपने फेलियर्स की बात नहीं करते, वेयर ऑल द स्ट्रगल. So since that information is not available to you, don't judge by what is being fed to you. Alright, this is very very heavily edited stuff. So मतलब आपको भी लगता होगा जैसे ये वीडियोस, अरे ये तो बिल्कुल अच्छा है. नहीं, यहाँ पे भी बहुत मतलब दिक्कत होती है. कभी बोलते बोलते रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं होती, कभी बोलते बोलते आदमी भूल जाता है, कोई गलती हो जाती है, बीच में काटना पड़ता है. That stuff is not shown to you. So it isn't exactly, very easy. So for example, if I show you, I'll just show you the room. See, the AC is off, the fan is off, there is a light there that will basically make you sweat, that I've turned off. You understand what all it takes? I'm just showing you the reality basically. Now I don't think that I can get the perfect shot back any which way. So this time my entire shirt is completely wet from sweat. So it isn't exactly, it's all nice that has been sold off to you. So we are all in the same boat. क्या हिंदी में कहते हैं, समाम में सब नंगे. So don't worry, nobody is ultra special, nobody is extra special. The reality of life is completely different word from what is sold to you. So you pretty much may just be even superior than the guys talking on camera. Just that you don't have a camera and a microphone to talk to yet. Because nobody will show their weaknesses. And everyone goes through this anxiety phase, no matter even if they are like rank 1, all India, whatever it is. ठीक है जी. तो जब किस्मत प्लस मेहनत काम करेगी, और आगे का तो देखिए कुछ नहीं पता. हमें क्या पता कि हम उस एग्ज़ाम तक, हमारे तक क्या तबीयत ही ख़राब हो जाती है, फैमिली में कुछ हो जाता है. मतलब आई कैन गिव यू लाइक इन endless negative scenarios that can increase your anxiety, so we're not going to get there. But nothing is fixed in life. So you put in your effort. बाकी फिर कृष्ण भगवान पे छोड़िए, यही तो भगवद गीता में लिखा हुआ है. तो लिखा हुआ है. अब हिंदुस्तान में भी पैदा हो के अगर हमें यही नहीं समझ में आ रहा तो व्हाट इज़ द पॉइंट. अमेरिका में ही पैदा हो लेते कम से कम, कोई वेगस वूगस तो घूमते रहते. ठीक है जी. ऑल राइट, टेक केयर, ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय.